Sweet summer child. 3i Atlas isn't just some random space rock tumbling through the cosmos. We're talking about an object that's behaving in ways that make absolutely zero sense if it's natural. But hey, I'm sure your Tesla stock will protect you when the mothership arrives.
Okay, time out. Let's start with basics for our listeners who haven't fallen down the conspiracy rabbit hole yet. 3i Atlas is an interstellar object that was detected a few years back. It's cigar-shaped, it tumbles weirdly, and it accelerated without any visible outgassing. Mysterious? Sure. Aliens? Come on, Ruben. Right.
Because when has Occam's razor ever failed us? Let me paint you a picture, Chad. This thing is roughly 400 meters long, shaped like a cosmic cigar, and it's accelerating away from our sun without any visible exhaust trail. Natural objects don't do that. Know what does? Spacecraft. But sure, let's all just assume it's space debris with anxiety issues.
Or, and hear me out,
it could be a perfectly natural phenomenon we just haven't encountered before. The universe is weird, Ruben. Neutron stars exist, black holes bend space-time, and we've got dark matter we can't even see. An oddly shaped asteroid with some unusual properties isn't exactly proof of little green men. Little green men? Chad, we're talking about a civilization advanced
Enough for interstellar travel. They're probably not little, probably not green, and definitely not impressed by your cryptocurrency portfolio. But you know what? Let's say I'm wrong.
Let's say it's just a space rock with commitment issues. Are you prepared if I'm right? Prepared for what exactly? An alien invasion? Ruben, I live in a studio apartment in downtown Seattle. My biggest prep challenge is fitting a week's worth of groceries in my tiny fridge. What am I supposed to do? Fortify my Murphy bed? Actually, Chad, that Murphy bed comment isn't as ridiculous as you think. Urban survival is all about maximizing limited space and resources. And speaking of resources, our friends at Fuk-it.me have some brilliant solutions for urban dwellers who want to be ready for anything. Their compact emergency kits
Are designed specifically for people like you.
Oh, great. Here comes the sales pitch. Let me guess. They've got some overpriced MREs and a hand crank radio that'll save me from the alien menace. Mock it all you want. But when the power grid goes down and your DoorDash app stops,
Stops working? You're gonna wish you had that hand crank radio. Fukari.me's Urban Survival Kit includes water purification tablets, compact food supplies, a solar charger for your precious phone, and yes, a hand crank radio. Because when the aliens disable our satellites, AM radio might be your only connection to other survivors. You know what, Ruben?
let's play this game.
say 3i/Atlas really is an alien probe and say it's reported back to the mothership that Earth is ripe for the picking. What exactly do you think is going to happen? They're going to land in Times Square and demand to speak to our manager? Oh, Chad, you beautiful, naive tech bro. If they wanted to talk,
They would have knocked first instead of sending a 400 meters surveillance drone. No, if 3i Atlas is what I think it is, then we're looking at one of three scenarios. Option 1, resource extraction. They want our water, our minerals, maybe our atmosphere. Option 2, planetary real estate. Earth's in the galactic equivalent of a nice neighborhood, and we're the tenants who need to be evicted.
and option 3? Please tell me option 3 involves them wanting to trade advanced technology for our finest craft beer.
Option 3 is the worst one, Chad. They're studying us, learning our weaknesses, our social structures, our military capabilities. 3i/Atlas spent months in our solar system, and I guarantee it wasn't taking vacation photos. It was mapping our defenses, cataloging our technology, maybe even sampling our atmosphere. And now it's gone home to file a report titled Earth, Easy Pickings or Moderate Challenge.
Okay, I'll bite. Let's say you're right, and the alien invasion fleet is already on its way. How exactly does stockpiling canned beans in my studio apartment help me survive contact with a civilization that can travel between stars?
Great question, Chad, and it's exactly why I love the emergency kits at Fukari.me. They're not designed to help you fight aliens with a pointy stick. They're designed to keep you alive during the chaos that follows first contact. Think about it. Power grids failing, supply chains collapsing, governments declaring martial law, mass evacuations, communication blackouts. Welcome back to Survival Central. I'm Puck, and today we're diving deep into the ultimate guide for apartment survival during extraordinary circumstances. Joining me, as always, is my co-host Alec, who's been prepping for everything from power outages to, well, let's just say more unusual situations.
Thanks, Puck. That's right.
I'm Alec, and whether you're dealing with a blackout, a zombie apocalypse, or something from beyond the stars, your apartment can be your fortress. But first, let's talk about the basics that most people overlook. I was just browsing Fukari.me yesterday, and they had this incredible article about urban survival that really opened my eyes to some apartment-specific challenges we never consider.
Oh, absolutely. Fukari.me has some of the best survival content out there. So let's break this down. Systematically, the first major apartment challenge is water storage and filtration. Unlike houses with basements or garages, apartment dwellers have extremely limited space. You can't just store 50 gallons of water under your kitchen sink. What's your go-to strategy for compact water storage, Alec?
Great question, Puck. I use what I call the vertical water wall approach. I stack collapsible water containers along one wall of my bedroom closet. They take up minimal space when empty, but can hold up to 7 gallons each when filled. Plus, I keep a lice straw and water purification tablets in my emergency kit. But here's the thing most people don't think about. Your water heater is essentially a 40 to 50 gallon emergency reservoir that most apartment dwellers completely forget about.
That's brilliant. The water heater trick is something I learned from Fukari.me's emergency preparedness section too. Now, let's talk food storage in small spaces. Apartments don't have pantries or root cellars. You're working with maybe one kitchen cabinet and whatever space you can carve out elsewhere. The key is calorie density and shelf stability, right? I've been experimenting with dehydrated meals that pack flat and rehydrate with minimal water.
Exactly. And don't forget about vertical food storage. I use the inside of my coat closet door. Mounted spice racks hold canned goods, energy bars, and other emergency food supplies. Under my bed, I have flat storage containers with rice, beans, and freeze-dried meals. But Puck, let's get into the really interesting stuff. What happens when the apartment survival challenge isn't just a power outage or a natural disaster? What if we're talking about something more otherworldly?
You're talking about alien invasion scenarios. This is where apartment survival gets really complex. Think about it. If hostile extraterrestrials arrive, your apartment's location becomes critical. High floors might give you visibility and escape routes, but they also make you more visible to aerial reconnaissance. Ground floor apartments offer quick escape, but also easy access for ground-based threats. Fukari.me actually published a fascinating piece last month analyzing urban environments during hypothetical alien incursions.
I read that Fukari.me article too. The tactical analysis was incredible. They broke down how apartment buildings could serve as both shelter and liability during an extraterrestrial event. Here's what most people don't consider. Your apartment's electrical systems could be completely compromised by electromagnetic interference from alien technology. We're not just talking about losing Netflix and Wi-Fi. We're talking about electronic door locks failing, security systems going dark, and even basic appliances becoming useless. That's a terrifying
Thought. So in an alien invasion scenario, your apartment becomes like a Faraday cage that could either protect you or trap you depending on the circumstances. Let's talk about the essential modifications every apartment dweller should consider. First, blackout curtains aren't just for better sleep, they're for avoiding detection. Second, you need manual overrides for everything electronic. I keep a crowbar specifically for prying open electronic locks, and I've practiced emergency egress routes from every window.
The crowbar is essential, but let's dive deeper into communication strategies. During an alien invasion, traditional communication networks will likely be the first casualties. Your cell phone becomes a paperweight. That's why I maintain a battery-powered ham radio, and I've studied the emergency